I know yesterday, being the 2nd of April, we said that we were going to do some more tests and post them online. We'd like to apologise for not posting our results online, but I will explain as we go through this little recap video. We did do some tests, as you can see, a mask, a rapid PCR test swab, and we've also upgraded this time a digital camera and a phone holder. So there's no wobbling this time, because I know that was a real big factor in our last video, was the fact that we were super duper wobbly, but we weren't set up for what we were seeing. So anyway, we did some more tests on the rapid PCR test swab, which wasn't the swab that we originally wanted, but we thought we would go ahead as we'd got one and test them anyway. They are still sterilised in ethylene oxide. So at least that's one thing that's the same. As for everything else, you can see the cotton wool swab is totally different. It's more like a tiny bottle brush underneath the microscope that we have also, I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way, that we have also purchased to get closer. So this looks like the end of your toothbrush under the microscope. And if I just get a cotton wool bud, this is your average normal cotton wool bud, which looks more like the PCR test. This is not, this is just an ear-roll cotton bud from Aldi, just for size reference, even though the PCR test swab is much bigger than this one, but you can see the difference. Anyway, so that one is the rapid test swab, so you don't need to send it off, you get your results instantly. We were asked to do some tests on these, but unfortunately, again, wrong swab, but we continued anyway to see if there was a difference. And apart from the fact that it's not fluffy, it's more of a toothbrush type material, much smaller. The stick is also much more flexible. I'm not quite sure how much relevance that bears to anything, but I just thought I would add that in there for reference. We were asked to do a microwave test for the nanoparticles. So after 10 seconds in my 700 watt microwave, absolutely nothing happened at all. We then offered a PCR test to a sheep's brain this time, because the butchers let us down with the pig. So by some miracle, we managed to acquire a sheep's brain. And it didn't react. We have a 2.5 minute video. Well, the video will be slightly longer, but the PCR test rapid swab was left not quite touching, but almost, for 2.5 minutes. Absolutely nothing. It did not react in any way, shape or form. So we kind of left that alone and moved on to the blue masks. These were ordered at the beginning of this whole, let's just say, pandemic. And my mum ordered these from China. We have the packaging. Let me just turn off the light so that it doesn't reflect. The packaging for the masks and the instructions. I don't know if you can see that. There's some funky symbols on there as well, all nicely laid out, but that's another conversation. Anyway, let's get back to these. These blue masks, we tested as is, as you would wear it on your face. That way, there's the nose part. Under the microscope, absolutely nothing. So also, we've had suggestions on heating it. So rather than put it over our face, we tested it over the kettle, cool boiled kettle water, to stimulate breath, moisture and anything else that might come out of your mouth. We then had a good look, again, under the digital microscope. Absolutely nothing. I'm not discrediting that, guys. I'm just these masks, these ones had absolutely nothing in it. So then we set about, sorry, I've just kicked the legs on the camera stand. So then we set about pulling one of these apart. As you can see, this is the pulled apart one. The outer layer, the inner layer, which is a bit like a washed bit of tissue. I don't know if you've ever left tissue in your pocket. I'm sure you have. And then this would be the side that sticks to your face. We tested all 3 strips individually, paying particular attention to this one. Again, found absolutely nothing. So that's the reason we didn't post our videos online, is because there was really nothing to show. But we will be getting hold of the proper PCR swab tests, hopefully over the weekend, and then we can get that all set up again for Monday. I'm going to try and get my hands on NHS hospital type grade blue masks, to see if that bears any relevance at all. Oh, there's so much stuff to cover, guys. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to leave it. I've just knocked the camera again. I'm going to leave it there. If you've got any more questions or comments or even suggestions, that would be tremendous. I can post the video footage, but as I say, it was a complete nothing, absolutely no show. So I'm going to conclude there, and I'm going to say have a lovely weekend. Don't eat too many Easter eggs if you eat Easter eggs, or don't get too drunk if you don't eat Easter eggs. Have a lovely weekend, guys, and fingers crossed we shall be back on Monday with the proper PCR tests and some NHS grade blue face masks. Yeah, that's it. Take care. Bye.